Up until arriving into work today, I had, for the most part, thought that I was having a fairly mundane morning. Granted, my alarm didn't go off at its usual time, and that I had quite literally woken up on the wrong side of the bed. Aside from that, my morning seemed particularly normal. Thinking about it, even my commute was a good one. Not another car in sight. Of course, I do only live a 10-minute drive from my office, and it was already past 10 a.m. when I left the house, but even so, it's not often I get to enjoy a traffic-free drive to work. When I parked up outside my office building, all I could think about was how on earth I was going to explain my alarm mishap to my manager, a man named Graham, who was so miserable that not even the sight of a drunk person sliding off a buffet table at a work Christmas party could make him laugh. For the sake of clarity, the drunk person was me, and we are no longer allowed to drink alcohol at our Christmas parties. We didn't have a full-time receptionist, so the silence I was met with upon entering the building didn't seem foreign at first. I scanned myself through the security barriers and called for a lift to floor 6. I waited much longer than I usually had to, and found myself looking around curiously, half expecting to see someone who might be able to explain the eerie sense of nothing in the building. But alas, I stood alone and helpless, and contemplated some more about the unusual amount of time it was taking for a bloody lift to arrive. Eventually, my unease was interrupted by the gradual sound of a whiz, a whistle, and a small bang. I glanced around, trying to find the source of the noise, and found myself edging further down the corridor toward my main suspect, an odd-looking lift that had been inaccessible for nearly a year. There was an orange barrier standing in front of the doors, and a sign lazily sellotaped to it that read, "Not in use." I assumed perhaps that the building manager had finally called some engineers to come and fix it, but before I even had time to blink again, the doors had opened, and I found myself starting to step inside. I was too impatient to consider that maybe this was an invitation to my death, and all the ways in which that death might come to fruition. I especially didn't consider that the cables and wires may not have been secured yet, or that the doors would get stuck the minute I was inside, and that my head might pop off before I even got to floor 1. Instead, I thought about how much I didn't want to see Graham, and also if I had time for breakfast. Once inside, the doors closed fairly quickly, and with a struggling wheeze that reminded me of the sound my father makes when getting out of his armchair, the lights began to flicker, and there was a strange vibration as I felt the square room suddenly start to ascend upwards. It was only at this moment I had a brief sense that something was wrong, and thought perhaps I should have waited for another lift. And also that I was definitely going to order a ham and cheese bagel when I got upstairs. After a few more seconds, the lift came to an abrupt stop and let out another whistle as the doors opened. When they did, I was met with nothing. Just black. I crept out just enough to trigger the automated lights across the office floor, and suddenly everything that was familiar to me was flooded in a very superficial white light. "Where the fuck is everyone?" I mumbled behind my hand, certain that I was the only soul around, but still self-conscious enough to not want to be caught talking to myself. Our office floor had always been small, 30 desks and a shared kitchen, so it only took me a few dozen steps to get to my desk and get seated in front of my computer. I giggled at the idea that perhaps it was a Saturday and I was one of those poor unfortunate victims who wastes their weekend mornings dozily heading to work by mistake. I knew that Roger, a colleague I befriended on the floor above me, would find this entire situation hilarious. I took my mobile phone out of my pocket and used my thumbprint to unlock it, watching the front screen light up. Tuesday, 17th of July, 2018, 10:26 a.m. I came to the conclusion that perhaps it wasn't a Saturday after all. I watched my computer come to life slowly, taunting me with humming sounds that I kept mistaking for distant noise somewhere in the office. I booted up my emails and began typing a message, relieved to see that Roger was currently online. Me. "Hey buddy, glad to see you're not skiving too. All my team must have the flu today." Roger.
"Why? Have they gone home? I thought I saw your manager this morning, and he looked a bit worse for wear. But when does Graham ever look good though, lol. It's busy up here. Not sure when I'm gonna get my lunch break."
If he'd seen my team this morning, then where the hell were they now? I responded quickly. Me. "Can you take a break in 5 minutes? Meet me outside the lifts on your floor. Something weird is going on here." Roger.
"Well, I was in on time today, so I do think I deserve another break. Lol. Go on then, see you soon."
I immediately locked my computer and headed to the lifts, hitting the 7 with held breath and waiting to hear the familiar whiz of the lift arriving. I felt relieved knowing that I was finally going to see someone, but I couldn't help feeling anxious about something I couldn't quite describe. I was an antisocial soul at the best of times, but the complete lack of people had left me feeling uneasy. I stepped into the lift and let the doors close behind me. And then the doors opened again, to an office floor exactly like the one I had arrived at this morning. Darkness and the shadows of rows of empty desks. I stepped out and immediately triggered the automatic lights above me. They were on 5-minute sensor timer, so I know it must have been at least that long since anybody had been here, longer than my buddy had taken to email me. I spent some time looking around, even checking the bathroom stalls and stationery cupboards, convincing myself that my colleagues must be playing a practical joke. Okay, this is fucking weird now. I headed back to my desk quickly and opened my emails, ready to ask Roger what was going on, confused to see that his status indicated that he'd gone offline. I took my mobile phone out and did a second take when the screen came to life. Tuesday, 17th of July, 2018, 1:37 p.m. How the fuck had over 3 hours passed in the short time I'd spent in the building, sending some emails and running around? I opened up the first messaging app on my phone, ready to contact someone, but not knowing what the hell to do or say. I just needed someone to speak to. Anyone at this point. I was rudely interrupted by an unexpected message. Low battery. Shutting down. Ah, fuck. Tuesday, 17th of July, 11:58 p.m. That's the time my computer says it is anyway. I don't even know what to believe anymore. I can't escape this bloody building. Every time I call a lift to the ground floor, it takes me back to the 6th, and I can't get anywhere else. I can't even access the staircase because the fire escape doors are locked from the other side. They're like the only doors in the world that are never meant to be fucking locked. Since my phone died, I haven't been able to find a charger anywhere in the office. The phones are off, the emergency button in the lift doesn't work, and I can only access certain websites on the computer, but it takes forever to load each page. I've managed to log into my Reddit account and I'm keeping a log of everything that's happened to me. I'm praying I'm able to post this as a message soon. I don't know how long this might take to upload, or if anyone will even see this. What I'd give for that ham and cheese bagel right now. Wednesday, 18th of July, 2018, 1:41 p.m. I've watched night and day roll by, and as far as I'm aware, I seem to be the only person in the building. I haven't heard anyone else come or go, and the automated lights keep flickering off every 5 minutes unless I move. This must be how it feels to go slowly insane. Thursday, 19th of July, 2018, 8:40 a.m. Help me! Anybody! There's something very odd happening, and it seems my only hope is to somehow try and make contact with the outside. Please, if you are reading this, let me know that you have received this message. Please tell Roger to go fuck himself if you see him, and that this joke isn't funny anymore. If you live far away, maybe you can just send me a pizza or something? We'll keep updating this post if possible. SMS. Save my soul. Friday, 20th of July, 2018, 3:22 a.m. Maybe this is just some sort of weird dream I need to wake myself up from, like a crazy kind of sleep paralysis where I can't physically wake up, but my imagination is lucid. I found myself staring out of the window earlier, and realized I haven't actually seen a single fucking person since Monday. I feel like I'm going crazy. I'd actually be ecstatic if Graham walked through the door right now with his irritating face and shit personality. But he hasn't. The milk in the office fridge is starting to smell funny now. Sunday, 22nd of July, 2018, 2:11 a.m. I haven't slept or eaten in a while now. I don't know what else to do. I can't contact anyone and I can't find a way out. The only thing I haven't tried is the window. Sunday, 22nd of July, 2018, 9:37 a.m. I was able to open the windows. The fresh air is amazing. I can see the pavement directly below me, and it doesn't seem that far down. Sunday, 22nd of July, 2018, 5:38 p.m. I can open the windows quite wide. I'm pretty sure I can fit through one if I have to. Maybe this is my way out of here. Maybe this is how I wake up.